Now, I normally don't pay attention to these social experiments or pranksters on YouTube. I don't really care about it. It's just sometimes I do find it funny that Muslim YouTubers do social experiments, like going to a beach and asking women in bikinis if they would date a Muslim. It's pretty strange. But this type of content is on Karim Jovian's YouTube account. Okay. Before he was called Are We Famous Now, but he changed his name. So yeah, if you just take a look at the content in his videos, you can tell that he's not a practicing Muslim. Now that really isn't a problem to me. I mean, if you're gonna call yourself a Muslim and not practice, and that's fine, I don't really care. But for some reason, in one of his videos, he does a social experiment that really shouldn't be done. I'm sure you've all seen it. It shows a woman wearing tight leggings and a tight shirt, and the video records all the men making rude comments towards her. So she's walking down the streets, and all the rude comments are recorded about her. But then what happens is that she wears a hijab, or more so a jilbab, that covers the entire body, and the video basically compares the reactions of men when the woman is wearing the two different types of clothing. There are so many things wrong with this video. Firstly, he's catering mostly to a Muslim audience. Okay? Most of his subscribers are Muslim, and the same goes for his viewers and the comments on these videos. Many of these Muslims are living in Muslim countries. Okay, he has a huge following from Muslim countries. And you know, these countries where the lives of many women, it's really difficult. You know, where the clothing of women is policed either by the law or by the judgmental society. Such videos can continue to uphold misconceptions that a woman is all protected and safe if she wears a hijab. Unfortunately, this video, it's often referenced to by conservative Muslims, especially conservative Muslim men. I've seen this video referenced to on, you know, Salafi websites. I've seen it referenced to, but just in general, when I'm talking to conservative Muslims online, I'm seeing them, they're always referencing to this video. They use this video as evidence. Okay, that's in quotes, evidence, that a woman will be honored and respected if she wears a hijab or a jilbab. Even in the comments on Karim's video there, it shows thousands of Muslims, mainly men, but you get the occasional self-hating woman agreeing with this stupidity. Okay, it shows Muslims directly or indirectly taking shots at Muslim women who don't do hijab. Now the problem here is that hijab does not protect women from harassment. Okay? Women in burqas and niqabs and hijabs are routinely harassed and even raped by perverts in Muslim countries. Okay? In the description below, I'll link to articles from Muslim countries who write about this. It's a serious issue. Okay? Women who are all covered up head to toe are still being groped, and they're still being even raped. I'll also link to a piece by an Islamic magazine that also has troubles with Karim's video, because even they agree that hijab can't stop harassment or rape. Even they say hijab and niqab or whatever, it won't, you know, it just can't stop harassment or rape. Okay. The second point that I want to make about this video is that it creates the idea that the only option to not wearing a jilbab or a hijab is tight and revealing and short clothing. See, I don't know how many times I've read comments or heard comments by Muslim men on YouTube and Facebook, or just in general hearing them, when they say women who don't wear hijab are only wearing things like bikinis. Okay? Because in their heads, this is the only option available if you don't wear traditional conservative clothing. If you're not wearing that, then you're wearing a bikini, or you're wearing something tight. You can judge for yourself, okay? This is like no joke. You can write a comment anywhere saying you oppose wearing hijab, or you oppose it on your sisters, or you pose your daughter wearing it, you'll instantly get replies saying stupid things like, "Oh, you must, you probably want your sister to be a strip club dancer, or you probably want them to go to nude beaches," and other sick comments like that. I guarantee this will happen when you write such a comment opposing hijab or saying it's not mandatory or whatever. Now back to the point. Many Muslims don't realize that you can still not wear a hijab or jilbab and you can still be modest. You can still wear Western clothes and be modest. Just because you don't wear conservative traditional Arabian clothing, it doesn't mean you're wearing tights and tight shirts and whatnot. This is a message I really want to get through the heads of hijab fanatics. Okay, most Muslim women in the West, they're right in the middle. Okay, they're not wearing hijab, but at the same time they're dressed modestly. And my third point is that this video, it reinforces stupid stereotypes that a woman is at fault for being harassed. Okay, it creates victim blaming. Can we apply the same logic to little boys in madrasas in Pakistan and Afghanistan being raped? Is it their fault for inviting the rape? And my last point here is that Karim does anything he wants in his videos, okay? You know, things like that are considered sinful for most Muslims. His videos show him going to beaches, picking up girls in bikinis, you know, doing social experiments of if they would date Muslims and see how they'd react. Okay, he might as well do a video of would you have sex with a Muslim. On top of this, he has a girlfriend, okay? I don't know if he still does, but last time I saw he introduced her on one of his videos. This was a while ago. As I said before, if you don't want to be practicing Muslim, you go right ahead. But to make a video like this, you know, that pretty much stigmatizes, demonizes Muslim women who don't do hijab, it just shows you're being an idiot. Karim has no right to do such a thing. And I'm not saying anyone has a right to do such a thing. Okay? No one should demonize Muslim women who don't wear hijab. And another thing is that in the future, I'll make a video later on how, you know, hijab isn't even mandatory in Islam, but that'll be later on. It's just really stupid on his part to make this video. How can he be so blind to not realize many Muslim women don't want to wear hijab but are forced to because it's put into their heads since they're little that they're objects of fitna. Okay? They're objects of desire for men. This is put into their heads when they're little. Women in Afghanistan and Pakistan and Egypt, okay, they can testify that hijab, niqab, burqa, it does not stop harassment. Even in Saudi Arabia, during Hajj, how many women are being groped? And what are they wearing? Are they wearing tight pants and tight shirts? No, they're covered head to toe in hijab and burqa and so on. Harassment and sexual assault is due to the mentality. It's not how women dress. Okay, I live in the West. All the women around me, they're all wearing tights, leggings, yoga pants, mini skirts, whatever. I'm not going to bother them. No male around me is bothering them. The problem is not how women dress. It's just the perverted actions that need to be blamed. This is a message that really needs to penetrate the minds of millions of Muslims. And you know something else? You know why Karim does all of this, like all of his videos? Because he's basically allowed to do these things. The Muslim community doesn't really care what Muslim men do. This allows him to be ignorant. Okay? When you don't realize the negative effects of your actions, you will be ignorant. You will do things without realizing the consequences. You will make a video telling women it's their fault for being harassed, and that she will need to go to extreme lengths, like wearing a jilbab, to avoid being harassed. So you see what happens when you make such videos. It directly or indirectly continues to create the screwed up thought processes among Muslims about women. It keeps reproducing such inferior thoughts about women. And just to end, I know it's common in the Muslim community, they like to claim how the West has the highest rates of rape, and Muslim countries are nowhere near the top 10. And the excuse is that women here in the West wear immodest clothes and that's why they're getting raped. So again, it goes back to the idea that hijab protects women. The thing is that in the West, rape mostly refers to having intercourse with those under 18. If you have intercourse with someone under the age of 18 and you are over the age of 18, you will be charged with rape. In addition to, spousal rape is outlawed here. Okay, so your husband can't rape you. If your husband does rape you, that's counted as rape. You know, it's not like a man is hiding in the bushes after stalking you and jumps out and rapes you. This is a rape myth. And in the description, I'll link to scholarly and police reports about rape myths, okay? They all point back to the fact that, it's the mentality that causes men, and sometimes women, to harass and rape. And another thing is that one of the reasons Muslim countries don't rank in the top 10, top 20 for rape, it's because reporting rape is so difficult in Muslim countries. Okay? Many Muslim countries require 4 witnesses to prove rape. This is why so many Muslim women can't report to the police. In addition to, there is a lot of stigma on raped women. Society thinks that women who were raped, they invited it because of their clothing. I can't tell you how many times I've seen comments blaming women for inviting rape on Pakistani news media pages on Facebook. It's just sick and disgusting. This is why rape is so lowly reported in Muslim countries, because of the laws and because of the society. Now, this doesn't happen in the West, okay? Women here can easily report rape because the laws and society protect women. They can do it without any repercussions. You know what's more evidence of all of this? Muslim women who live in the West can testify that the laws and society make them feel much more safer. This is why they're traveling alone, wearing the clothes of their choice, and so on, and no one's going to bother them. No law is against them for being independent, and no judgmental idiots are going to go after them. No Muslim woman in the West will give up living here and go live in a Muslim country. But the thing is that, because this is a slightly different topic, and I'll do a video in the future later, Muslim women are much better off living in Western countries than in Muslim countries. Okay, but now I'm done. Hope you understood my point. Thanks for watching.